Hey everybody, Sunday morning and I just got the lights turned on. This is my red clawed crab tank. I seldom talk about it because we never really see the red clawed crab that's in there. But this morning when I turned the lights on, I noticed it was out. You can't see it very much, but you can see it. I'm going to try to zoom in. Can you see it right there? I know it's difficult to tell, but it's kind of underneath of that Java fern. It's pretty much the left side of its body is dead center of your screen right now. That's big angled piece right there is its left foreclaw. And you can see its right foreclaw is up against the rock on the right, sort of between those two pieces of Java fern. So let me zoom out. And now we'll try to just move the phone in physically closer, which might scare it away, but we'll see. So it's still in there. Claws aren't red anymore, but that might be from age, it might be from health, or it might simply be because it's alone in the tank and there's no need to display any kind of breeding coloration, which is what I believe that bright red coloration on the claws is. I'm still on the fence about whether or not to add any more crabs to this tank. I think I've got the room to do it. I could probably put 2 or 3 of them in here. There's plenty of hiding places, there's plenty of land and sand to dig in up here, and I know it looks very sort of open and easy to get out of, but really if I cover up that cord right there, that's the only way in and out of this tank. So, and I've even got a piece of plastic that'll cover that cord just fine, and then we can move something like that over top of it and you won't even be able to tell that there's a cord in the corner. It'll simply be an open top tank with some crabs in it. So I don't know, again, they're pretty interesting little animals whenever we get to see them. It's just very seldom do I get to see them. I'm really surprised this one's been out and about as much as it has been. It normally hides, I believe, up under these rocks here. So this is actually quite a spacious cave tank. There's a lot of caves in it and the caves are fairly big. This rock here, I mean, you can see the size of that rock. This whole underside of this is almost completely open, and there's a couple of smaller rocks in there that allow for some more kind of nooks and crannies once you get under there. So I think I could probably get away with a few crabs living in here. And it looks like I got a piece of metal in the tank too. I think it's one of the, if you can see over here, that shiny thing, I think that is one of the, a piece of metal chain I was using to hang the LED that's hanging directly over this. I must have dropped one of the clips as I was adjusting the height, and one of the pieces of metal dropped into this tank. So I'm going to actually try to stick my finger in there again. I can wiggle around. The problem of having this tank sitting virtually on the floor. I mean, I've got it up off the floor, but only by the height of a couple of 2x4s. It's just enough so that if I need to do a siphon with the water change, you know, I can put a small hose in there and I still have enough elevation that I can siphon it. But that's pretty much the extent of it being off the floor. So these Java right there is not even attached to anything. It's just kind of a bunch of it sitting there. So there you go, there's my red clawed crab. He still is in there and still doing well enough, I guess. It's over 2 years old now, I'm going to say. Possibly 3 years old now. I've had it for quite a while. At least 2 years. I don't know what their lifespan is, but that seems like a long time to have a little crab like that. So, probably going to be working on my waterfall tank again today. Got some new lights in. Just little lights like that one you can see there. Little spotlights and floodlights, little LEDs. So, we're going to be tinkering around with trying to get some spotlighting going on. Maybe we're going to see if we can get some lights shining straight down into the tank or something like that. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. At any rate, make sure you're subscribed. That way you won't miss any updates or anything else I got going on. I always try to grab the camera whenever I see something interesting. And who knows, maybe I'll be adding some crabs to this tank here at some point in the future. So make sure you're subscribed and you won't miss any of that. Don't forget, of course, this one is my Red Clawed Crab tank. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you real soon in the next one.